allow me to relay the central government's report regarding the current situation. First, the massive elevator discovered in what we have referred to as the Crystal Region has been confirmed as not being created by natural forces. This confirms that an intelligent entity is either stationed in that area or is exerting an influence over it. Our speculation is that this intelligent entity is either a pilgrim or a heretic, with opinions skewing towards the latter. Doing so would justify deploying government forces to that area.
Since pilgrims are considered fairly benign?
Correct. Cases of conflict with pilgrims on the surface are few and far between, and even then, the damage incurred was minimal. The central government is inclined to believe the entity in question is a heretic. And so the consensus is that a proactive strike should take precedence over any search effort. A strike force will soon be dispatched from the Ark to Reclamation Site 01.
And who will that strike force be composed of?
Absolute and Matisse.
Good. If they're on the case, then we can rest easy.
No, there is a small complication. They are currently in the middle of an important mission, so they will only be able to report after completing it.
So, when can we count on a rescue operation being launched? Are you saying we've got to sit around and wait until Absolute and Matisse show up?
Hammering's arm is riddled with crystals. We have no idea what it could do to her.
We are also in the dark as to what lies beyond the elevator. In this situation, we would prefer immediate action to be taken.
I have been told that their mission is of utmost importance, and they cannot be taken away from it now.
So, what should we do? Just us? I don't like those odds.
I figured you would respond in this manner. So I took it upon myself to contact the remaining members of the following squads: Hammer and Drill, Pathfinder, and Electric Shock.
Oh.
It didn't take much convincing to get them to agree. For better or for worse, they do not have much work at the moment, and so they gladly accepted my proposal. The CEOs of the Big Three have also approved of this plan.
Wow. You're amazing, Shifty.
We couldn't have asked for a better operator.
They'll be arriving soon. Once they do, you all can formulate a strategy. Don't mention it.
Hello. My name's Fragile. I'm from the Pathfinder squad. And I'm a friend of Livering. I'm Trony. I'm part of the Electric Shock squad. Circuitry is my forte. Eleg and I are close friends. I think. Although it may just be me who feels that way. Oh, I hope I'm just overthinking things. I'd hate it if she didn't consider us friends. I excel at locating routes in and out of places. I look forward to working with you. This is my first time being involved in an operation like this. Do you think we can converse by messaging instead? Huh. Guess not. Last Will and Testament, 429th revision. I, Trony, a Nikke who struggles with communication, have encountered feelings of hesitancy, and am afraid this may become my final resting place. Ugh.
This is our backup? They're a bit
Taciturn.
You over there! Aren't you going to introduce yourself? You, the one who looks all pissed off.
I'll stay here and provide backup.
Huh?
This device I'm riding is top of the line. If I were to venture into the crystal region, I'd become food for them in no time. And if I were left without any means of transportation, I'd collapse to the ground.
Are you incapable of moving without that thing?
Well, no. I can move, but...
So what's the problem?
Fine. I'll go. Last Will and Testament, 430th revision. I, Troni, a Nikke who was left bereft of her means of transportation in the crystal region, was devoured by the crystals.
If you are of fragile constitution, or you're not used to physical activity, perhaps it would be best if you remained here. If any one of us hampers our mobility, it might spell our collective doom.
She has a point.
If you are lacking in confidence, then I suggest you stay here. If the extraction team sent in to rescue the others ended up getting wiped out, it'd be a smear on the Nikke name.
She really just says whatever comes to her mind.
You are right. Your logic is sound. Infallible, in fact. I'll stay here and provide backup. Oh.
Don't tell me you're just going to stay here without a plan.
No, of course not. Maybe I should just go. I knew I could count on you, Commander.
Are you sure about this, Commander?
This will leave us short one person. Fingers crossed.
Are you all through? My turn. I'm Drilly of the Hammer and Drill Squad. Everyone, put this on.
Crampons as well as small thrusters?
Correct. We're going to be descending down an elevator shaft unprotected, not knowing where it leads. Based on the visual data we've gathered, the tunnel seems to be sloped rather than a straight path. These could help you upsail down slowly. Litter personally dedicated her time to crafting this, so you can be assured of the quality. Let's hurry then. There's no time for that. We need to move. We can talk on the way. I am. Worried that I'm going to go crazy sitting here doing nothing. Let's move. That idiot. I told her it was dangerous.
Yes, no problem.
Roger.
Before we depart, I want to request permission to unlock our inhibitors. I've gone over the data, and the crystals seem to attach themselves, even to Nikke's, do they not? We might need to open fire upon them, and being unable to do so at a critical moment could prove troublesome.
Very well. Let's go.
Is this one of those encounters everyone is talking about?
Descent completed. Is everyone okay?
Not a scratch.
A few singed hairs, that's all.
All good.
I'm a bit sore from the impact. And my clothes are torn in a couple of places. But no physical damage.
I'm also unharmed.
Well, duh.
Good news! From here on out, it's a straight corridor with only a gentle slope. Just continue straight ahead.
So we're just gonna abseil straight down this thing? Good grief. I never thought we'd be resorting to such foolhardy methods. Having said that, it worked out quite nicely.
It shouldn't be a problem for us Nikkes.
But Master is human. That's why Raffi's been grasping onto the commander like grim death.
But you have been grabbing onto me rather tightly, Commander.
Hard to say. It's difficult to confirm much of anything with these scans I'm getting.
How do these scans you're doing work?
The commander's operation device has a display, which converts into a 3D map. Once you use AI to make some corrections, the accuracy is remarkable for the terrain and large objects like buildings, but it's somewhat lacking when it comes to smaller objects. Also, no matter how accurate the scans are, we won't be able to predict any unanticipated events that may occur.
The camera on that operation device must be top-notch.
Yes, the equipment we use at Elysion is quite the high end.
I see. I'll make a note of that. It must be rather costly.
That it is. In fact, we have a saying around the office that the operation device is worth more than the never mind. No, that's not what I was going to say.
Let's just hurry and get a move on.
Have you got ants in your pants or something? We're already on the move.
I'm simply saying that we should do less talking and more walking.
That's literally exactly what we're doing. Walking and talking.
If we cut the chatter, we can walk faster.
You make it sound like you're the only one putting in effort.
What did you just say?
You're not the only one breaking a sweat here. We're also going as fast as we can.
I hardly think you put your best foot forward when half your team didn't manage to make it back.
It's not like we abandoned them on purpose. You dolt.
Are you sure about that?
The way you talk, you'd have us jump headfirst into that elevator without any equipment on.
If you really cared about your colleagues, you would have.
Fine then, you do it. Go ahead and dive headlong into that shaft. I'm sure you'll be able to save them all by yourself.
While you all are sitting here talking and preparing, something could go terribly wrong for your friends.
That's why we're being as quick as we can and moving out. Something even worse could happen if we're caught off guard. So get off our backs. We're caught between a rock and a hard place here, and the last thing we need is you on our case.
If it were me, I would have jumped down.
Fine. Good to know. Next time this happens, you're more than welcome to go first.
Anise,
What? This chick is grinding my gears. She needs to take a chill pill. She's paranoid.
I'm not paranoid, I'm merely stating facts.
What the hell are you insinuating?
You can't deny it doesn't add up. The 3 newcomers go missing, and meanwhile you all show up unscathed?
What? You want a murder confession? Fine. We're all a bunch of killers who lured 3 legendary Nikkes to their deaths. Are you satisfied?
Truly.
What in the world are you laughing at?
Oh, sorry. It's just, your name is so... And then your squad mate is hammering.
Are you kidding me? You're choosing now, of all times, to poke fun at my name?
Sorry. Anyways, hammering saved us. She noticed the giant crystal was sinking. Then asked me to toss her my tracking device, which I cherish dearly. She emphasized to us multiple times not to come any nearer. And then she fell. Even before that, she worked incredibly hard during our search. We have no intention of abandoning someone who has done so much for us. We're more loyal than you think.
So stop wasting time suspecting us, and let's hurry to go save her. What are these drill-like things attached to the back of your suits? Are they some kind of rocket booster?
No.
That's too bad. If they were, we would be able to go faster.
What are you going on about?
Hey, I'm sorry for getting angry. What do you say we bury the hatchet?
Okay. I'm sorry too.
I'm used to playing peacemaker with this pit bull beside me. Hey, who are you calling a pit bull? Nobody.
Is this conversation over?
For now it is.
I've been meaning to ask. Is it true that Liverin came along on the search mission?
We face this foe with steadfast hearts.
Conducting maintenance. Panel check. All good.
The story will be rewritten into a tale that's happy and beautiful.
Exactly what I said. Did Liverin participate in the search mission as well? Did she say why?
Huh? I think it was something about how she was tired of living a life pleasing others and wanted to do something worthwhile. Was that it? Yeah, more or less.
Is that so? Okay. Thank you.
Looks like Liverin didn't tell Fragile that she was coming up to the surface.
Apparently not.
Who volunteers to go on a search mission and doesn't notify their fellow squad members? Sounds suspicious to me. Something foul is afoot, I say. I don't see anything weird about it. You go off and eat pudding on your own and don't tell me. You bet I don't tell you. Otherwise, you'd steal my chocolate bars. It's not stealing if I tell you I'm going to eat them. What's the point of telling me when I'm not there? The point is that I kept you in the loop. If I'm not physically there to stop you, then you're just talking to yourself and stealing. It's better than being a thief who keeps mum.
A thief is a thief. Plain and simple. It may be for personal reasons we don't understand. Fortunately, it hasn't had much of an impact on the mission so far. Until we glean more information, it's impossible to ascertain what potential risks there might be.
Seriously, we've been betrayed enough for several lifetimes. Good call. Let's hit him with the Commander's devilish charms. Just don't go holding their hands or doing anything lovey-dovey.
Yes, that's not allowed.
Very well. Let's go. Should I begin?
You've exited the tunnel. Seems like this place was originally a metropolis. Although the density of the crystals makes it difficult to discern what kind of city it was. You've been moving underground for a while, and I'm unable to track your coordinates exactly. The concentration of crystals here is very high. Be careful not to make prolonged contact with them. From here on out, all you have to do is follow the tracking device that was given to Hammering. Look in front of you.
So, that's the crystal cluster. It's not as luminous as I imagined it would be.
Based on the location, it's highly probable that that's the same crystal cluster that the away team was in. Let's get closer. Yes, there's hardly any light left.
There's a space inside it.
And there's something like a lever here.
That's... it... that's a brake system.
Giga Drooly?
Huh?
It's a very primitive manual brake. Just a moment. Initiating deduction. Deduction complete.
What's with all the fancy words? You just thought for a second.
Pulling that lever will release the brake and cause the crystal cluster to travel down the elevator shaft. Well, not travel down. More like... fall down. Either way, I believe it uses this tunnel as a passageway. The tunnel is L-shaped, and the crystals seem to have come down here like it was riding a slide. It spat itself out the other end, crashed here, and incurred some damage.
So it broke from the impact?
Then, what about the people who were stuck inside it? Are they still in one piece? How do you know that? Huh? What about it? What does a TV have to do with our current situation?
Boom. It's got boom installed on it.
So they're safe. Not only that, but they're apparently relaxed enough to enjoy gaming.
Huh?
I wouldn't be so sure. They might be in more danger than you think. For Alec, installing boom is easier than breathing. Okay, maybe not that easy, but I'm just saying that she can do it in a snap.
What are you doing?
It's not just her either. It seems the others are safe as well. They've stopped at the level which gives out the most health recovery items in the entire game.
Sounds like a bit of a stretch to me.
It's Alec's last will and testament.
Do you even know what that phrase actually means?
Anyway, what you're saying is that everyone is okay?
Most likely.
But why aren't they here?
I'd say it had something to do with those things.
They're getting better and better at sneaking up on us.
Let's have some fun! Give me a few minutes and I'll be right back into it!
These weapons are great.
And torment-free, I shall attain enlightenment.
I'll kill them all, leaving nothing behind.
Yes! Good!
I should start preparing for the next class.
Enemy down. However, the noise from the encounter has alerted all nearby raptures in the vicinity. You can't stay there for long.
Let's do what we have to do and get out. Alec, Liverin, and Hammering clearly came along with the crystal cluster. They installed boom on the TV in front of us and left a message by proceeding to a certain stage. I don't know if this is worth pointing out, but I believe they managed to evade the Rapture attack and make an escape. We have not encountered any signs that would point to their demise or being injured, so the chances of their having survived are high. Our next move should be to follow the signal emitted by Hammering's tracking device.
The signal being picked up by the tracker shows it's not too far from you. The only thing which is concerning is that there is no sign of movement.
Hammering. I'll take the lead. Everyone, follow me.
Brake. An object which uses friction to either slow down or fix a certain speed.
What are you saying?
Brake. Brake.
Trony? I don't think it's a good idea to talk to yourself while using the comms equipment. It's a bit distracting.
Oh, sorry. I was just trying to sort out my thoughts. Why would that hunk of crystal have a brake system on it?
That's, so that it could be transported, perhaps?
How do you mean?
You set the brakes to fix it in place, then gather as much electricity as you want. Once you've achieved your goal, you release the brakes and send it here through the elevator. I've seen something similar to this when I worked at the logistics center. Like the ladder on a fire truck. Although, in this case, the act of transportation itself seems rather haphazard.
What cause would they have to move it to another location?
I'm not sure. Perhaps because it could serve some function here?
Go on.
That crystal contains a whole bunch of electricity. There had to be some reason it couldn't be utilized in the crystal cluster's previous location. Perhaps, it had to be taken to something that could generate electricity in bulk. I'm not sure. The basic principle behind moving something is to get it to a location where it can be put to good use.
So there must be something around here which requires a whole lot of electricity to operate.
Fragile, you're in the transportation squad, right?
Yes.
You're pretty bright. Not to say that I thought people in the transportation squad would be dim.
No offense taken. I'm always looking for ways to prove myself, and I have a keen interest in theories and their application. To be honest, I haven't had much work lately.
Oh, sorry to hear that. So, can I ask you, what's your theory as to why that crystal cluster has a brake system?
Considering the heretics are nearby, it could have something to do with them.
You think so?
I think it's quite likely.
Well, whoever it is, it's impressive what they managed to pull off. Also, there's one more thing I can't figure out. So Liverin and Alec were stuck in the crystal, with their butts hanging out.
Excuse me?
Oh yeah, they were full-on mooning us.
How embarrassing!
Don't worry, they were fully clothed.
Commander, don't tell me you saw it as well? You saw the buttocks of someone you're not even dating? You should be ashamed of yourself!
No more butt talk. That's not what's important.
I find it incredibly important.
The question is, why were they only showing their rear ends?
Can we at least try to get this conversation back on track? Yes, that makes sense.
She was probably bending over to take a closer look and was yelling out to Liverin, who was right beside her, to come take a peek. Eleg was probably vibrating with excitement, and I'm sure that made Liverin all the more curious.
Before it could be transported, the door closed on them and they both got stuck. The worst case scenario is that some crystals may have pierced their abdominal areas. However, what truly worries me is the notion that someone may be controlling this crystal. That there's another entity manipulating this mechanism and operating the crystal like a machine. Hi. Not only did she seem hostile, but she also appeared to be controlling the crystals. I think there's a high probability that we'll be seeing her here. Huh?
You're close. You'll be arriving soon.
I'll take the lead.
Bless her soul. She's trying to run, but she's slow as a snail. If there was only a booster on her drills.
Neon, can it, would you?
Is this not the path?
Is this one of those encounters everyone is talking about? You're quite close to the tracking device. You should be able to establish a visual at this distance.
I'm sure they're safe, right?
Yes, all three of them are going to be just fine.
Hammering! Where are you? Answer me!
Drilly, keep your voice down.
Hey! Hammering!
Rapture discovered. It must have turned off its power core in order to ambush you. The coordinates of the tracking device are changing. They're syncing with the Rapture's movements.
Huh? Did hammering become a rapture? How is that even possible, you airhead? Ugh.
What did you do with hammering? You son of a...
Everyone, cover Drilly! Encounter!
My voice is ready!
These weapons are great!
Tell me the story of victory!
From torment freed, I shall attain enlightenment.
You think I don't know that? The tracking device is somewhere on this thing. We have to find it. I have no idea how it got attached to this infernal creature. But if hammering is okay, she'll have left us some kind of clue. A message. A sign. Something. If we can find that, we'll be able to find her. It's... blood. Yes, you are technically correct. Either way, a liquid catalyst facilitates one's operation. Colloquially, we can refer to it as blood. Is she dead? But where is she? How? This is insane. Where the hell is she?
Drily, I understand how you feel. But rushing in headlong like that puts us all at risk.
Ugh, damn it! Where is she? You stupid. Where the hell are you? I told you it was dangerous. I feel like I'm going insane.
Let's go up higher. We can get the lay of the land. I saw a building up ahead that should provide a good vantage point. I'll lead the way.
Roger.
Hey, Drilly. Don't worry. We'll find her for sure.
Yeah, promise.
Let's move.
Is this not the path?
Very well. Let's go. On my way. Very well. Let's go.
'Tis a meeting with the foe.
This is the highest building in this area. It'll provide us with a solid vantage point. But the problem is that the crystals are obstructing much of the view, so we can only make out the major landmarks.
Anything that could help us with the search?
I'm not sure. I think there might be a few things we can use as waypoints. The problem is that we're not familiar with the area surrounding any of them.
So, what do we do?
I'm sorry, but with the information I have available to me right now, I can't really make heads or tails as to which way we should go. Even the tracking device that we were relying on is no longer in the mix. I'm sorry, but my skills as a pathfinder have reached their limit here. I could set a random marker and plan out a route, but I think the chances of us coming up with anything are slim to none. On top of that, the crystals are incredibly dense in this area, so it would be extremely dangerous.
I have the recon data from the away team, so I have an idea of which parts to be particularly careful of. But there's no guarantee that they covered everything.
So, are we giving up on the search?
How?
There are many ways. Raising a beacon would be the best way to catch their attention.
But any raptures with heat-sensing capabilities would be on us in an instant.
We can fight them off and make sure the fight is nice and loud so that our teammates know we're here.
I like that idea.
Sounds a bit risky to me.
So, what do we need to do?
Roger.
Are you sure about this? We have no idea how many raptors will come upon us, and if something like the crystal chamber appears.
That's it. I've had enough of your hemming and hawing. If I didn't know any better, I'd say you didn't even want to find your colleagues. Let's begin.
This is an educational experience as well. I should start preparing for the next class.
All clear. However, more are on the way.
Good grief. This is like the Boom title screen.
Second wave incoming. Prepare for contact.
Already on it.
How long do we have to keep this up?
Until we get a signal.
And when is that going to be?
Hey! I see something shining there. Where? There. Be more specific, you moron. Over there. Near where the sign is.
Checking. I see it. There's a billboard with Boom written on it.
The bubbles will show us the way.
Very well. Let's go.
Is this not the path?
I will turn everything into bubbles. Holy crap! I can't believe this! You all came to save me. You are here to save me, right? You all didn't get captured too, did you? What a relief.
You said it.
What's your status?
No issues.
Good to see you, Alec.
Miss Troni! So it's you who is spearheading this rescue effort?
I'm so glad that you're safe.
Of course I'm safe. I've got to keep myself healthy and hardy so I can hang out with you again.
Yeah.
Huh? Why do you ask? Oh, that? No, I'm okay. I'm a bit on the chunky side, so I've got a natural layer of defense, if you know what I mean. I'm just kidding. I got a few lacerations, but nothing that penetrated past the skin. I appreciate you saying that.
What about hammering?
And Liverin?
Huh? Who are you two?
I'm hammering squad mate.
I'm Liverin's friend.
Ah, I see. Sorry, but I have no idea where either of them are.
What? Are you telling me you abandoned them and came here alone? I know you're not on the same squad, but this is beyond the pale.
Awfully harsh words for someone you've only just met. I suppose I should explain what happened before you all arrived.
This better be good.
You're really pushing it, buddy. However, given how this is a stressful situation, I can understand where you're coming from, so I'll find it in myself to cut you some slack. I guess I'll start our little tumble together with the crystal cluster. We're falling!
Hold on tight.
I haven't got anything to hold on to! there.
Sorry, they're really big, so they were easy to grab.
Ms. Hammering? Where are you?
I'm okay. I've got my hammer lodged into the side of this thing.
That sounds far from okay to me.
Is it just me, or does it feel like we're falling faster?
No, I just think the direction has changed.
You're right. We were falling straight down before, but now we're moving horizontally.
Everyone, be careful! Ow! That hurt. Is everyone okay?
I think so.
I'm fine.
Your arm doesn't look so good.
I said I'm fine. If it gets any worse, I'll just throw it away.
It won't be that easy, you know.
Where are we?
Beats me. Does everyone still have their phones?
I'll check.
No signal.
What? Shouldn't the alpha particle concentration be low in this area?
It's because we're out of the ARC service area.
In other words, there's no way of...
Right. Total communications blackout.
Oh, this is bad.
Wait a sec. Is that a TV over there? Just a moment. Let me set up a boom on it.
Is now really the time to be engaging in your hobby?
Just you wait. I'm gonna leave a message for the others.
Say what?
I'm sure Mr. Commander is coming to save us, so I gotta leave them a message.
Please, they've probably already written us off.
What? Why?
We can always be replaced.
No way. Mr. Commander isn't that kind of a person.
I agree with Elid. Everyone at Mighty Tools speaks very highly of him, and that means something in my book.
Well, if that is indeed the case, then we'll be quite fortunate.
All right, I'm done with the message. Should we continue our search?
Are we not going to wait here for them? The main cause for search parties not finding people is because they switch locations.
Fine, allow me to rephrase the question. Shall we make an escape?
Raptures!
This doesn't look good.
We made quite a grand entrance, so it's no surprise we attracted some attention. I say it's high time we book it out of here!
It's time I bring this class to a close.
Haste make the folly of the task.
We're not done. Keep going.
The story will be rewritten into a tale that's happy and beautiful! You're going on a narrow enough route that the Raptures won't be able to follow us easily. But we don't have a destination.
We need to secure a safe place to stay.
We don't even know if there is such a place here. We don't know the first thing about this place.
How are you holding up, Miss Hammering?
I'm fine, no issues.
Your arm is a mess. I think our first order of business should be to find an area with fewer crystals in it. However, I'm worried about that arm. It might be better to, be prepared.
I think so too. If you leave your arm as is, the crystals might penetrate into your core.
I know. If I feel the situation is critical, I'll tell you and we can do what's necessary when the time comes.
I'm sorry, but I don't believe you'll be forthcoming with that information.
Neither do I.
First off, let's try and find somewhere that's somewhat safe. Once we do that, we'll try to establish communication with the others. Oh, hey there! Are you lost as well?
What are you doing out here? How much do you know?
We don't know anything.
Leave this place.
If you can point the way out, we'd be glad to.
Let's just beat the information out of her.
There are other ways to solve problems instead of clobbering people, you know. And besides, I'm trying to talk to her because I don't think we can defeat her in a fight.
Perhaps it'd be best if we tried to run?
If she lets us.
Hey. We didn't intend to tread on your territory. We're not interested in what you're after or what you're up to. So if you could let us be on our way, we'd appreciate it. We need to get back quickly. Please, we won't touch or disturb anything around here. I'm begging you. Oh no! The shutter!
Die.
Miss Liverin, what are you?
If we want to survive, we have no choice.
We're about to be pulverized!
Everyone get down. You two get out of here. I'll handle this.
Not with your arm like that, you can't! Even if you were completely fine, you wouldn't stand a chance against that!
I can at least buy you some time.
Run!
Yeah.
Now!
I won't let you escape.
It was a desperate escape, and the unknown fired a flashbang in our direction. That burst of light caused the crystals to expand like crazy, and we got separated. I hid in this building with a sign so that someone would find me. I'm not a fighter, and I don't have the courage to wander around this place on my own.
You did well, considering the circumstances.
You said Liverin took a photo?
Yeah, she tried to take a picture of the unknown when we ran into her. It beats me as to why she's so fixated on getting snapshots of a pilgrim.
And she said something about having to do it?
Yeah, she said that if she wanted to live, she had no other choice. I am so lost right now. She was constantly playing with her phone when we were in hot water last time, and now she's gone and created a major incident. I mean, I can't really refute anything you're saying. Vaguely.
Alec, lead the way, if you would.
All right.
Encounter! Encounter!
I've performed a cursory examination. Other than a slight decrease in your core power, there are no major issues present.
Thanks, Doc.
You're welcome.
Our phones are basically bricks out here since we're outside the service area, but your operation device seems to be working just fine. Likewise for Miss Troney.
The operation device has a direct connection to the exclusive facilities in the Ark. The coverage area is rather extensive, so we rarely encounter connection issues.
Yeah, I'm using it at Reclamation Site 01.
Unless we're somewhere way off in the boonies, distance typically isn't an issue.
It's a bit strange.
I understand what you mean. It's a bit awkward saying this in front of the commander, but this is exceedingly good equipment to give to an officer of his rank. We have a past commander by the codename of New Hope to thank for this device. He roamed the surface and had many commendable exploits. This device was originally made for him, but because of its superior quality and next to no maintenance required, we're still using it today. Huh? What did you say? Anyway, even though this equipment is of superior quality, we are still dealing with something that was made in the past. Therefore, it does have a downside, which is that it is susceptible to alpha particles. The concentration of alpha particles can make a significant difference in the signal quality. Replacing it with a new model would have been expensive, so we simply left it as is. Technology created in the past has become something of a lost art, which makes it difficult to utilize in some aspects. Areas with high alpha particle concentrations are classified as danger zones. So unless it is a special case, operations are not carried out in these areas.
The commander is prone to wandering about, however.
I've put in a request for commanders to have an operation device, but there has been no progress on that front.
It would at least be nice if we could get outfitted with better phones. Makes sense to me. Or, at the very least, they could provide operation devices to us Nikkes.
How was Hammering the last time you saw her?
She wasn't doing too hot because of the crystal in her arm. We have no idea how fast the crystal grows, so it's not looking too pretty.
Understood.
Let's go, everyone! Give me a few minutes and I'll be right back into it! Tell me the story of victory!
From torment freed, I shall attain enlightenment.
Everyone will have a blast in Wonderland!
A fair current seemeth to grace us.
The story will be rewritten into a tale that's happy and beautiful!
Commander. What are you looking at? All humans have a hole in their butts. Nikkes were created to resemble humans in every form, and that anatomical detail is no exception. Oh, I see. Do you have an issue with that? I'm not entirely sure I understand what you're getting at.
What are you two talking about?
Yeah, let us in on the conversation.
We were talking about Fragile's butt. The commander was pontificating on how Fragile and Liveran's butts differ. Do either of you have any input about that?
It might be a bit different in terms of volume.
Yeah, since their body types are slightly different. Huh? There's a hole.
You're right. Liverin was covered head to toe in the newest, most fashionable clothes. Dressed to the nines, you could say.
You're right.
Commander. I'm sorry, but could you stop staring at my backside? I have no problem if you are into that sort of thing. But, it does make me feel a bit self-conscious when you stare at it so intently. Thanks. You don't have to change the topic simply because you're embarrassed.
Wow, she's one tough cookie.
Yeah, I like people who speak their minds like that.
If anything, you should stand to censor yourself a bit more.
On my way.
Encounter!
All right, everyone, listen up. I've collated the available information and utilized some reasonable deductions to come up with some information about this place.
Let's hear it.
First, I'll talk about the crystal cluster. It is anchored at the top of the tunnel, and the smaller crystals are dispersed in the nearby vicinity to gather electricity. Once a sufficient amount of electricity has been gathered, the crystal is transported here. The tunnel is the passageway used to transport said crystal. Everyone following me so far? The main thing that jumps out to me is the break. Although there is still a minute possibility that the crystal was formed naturally, that break was beyond a doubt created by some kind of separate intelligent being. It is not a particularly sophisticated mechanism, but that is beside the point. What's important is its placement inside the crystal cluster. This tells me that this entire process I've just described was intentionally designed by someone, or something, and that crystal being transported is part of that individual's design. Unfortunately, at this point in time, there is no way for us to find out who that someone is. As am I. But we cannot confirm that at this stage. With that being the case, we can only move on to the next question. What on earth is this place? During your reconnaissance mission, did you notice any crystal structures similar to the crystal cluster?
Yes, we did. However, they had lost all their luminescence and displayed various cracks and fissures.
Look closely at the ground underneath us. There is still a minute afterglow there. Not only do these lines all stem from the crystal cluster, but they all converge at the same spot.
Lines? Are they perhaps acting like power lines?
Precisely.
And you say they're all meeting up at a single point?
Yes. The crystals are spread out across a broad area by the crystal cluster and act like tendrils, absorbing electricity and gathering it all to a single point. where we are now.
We saw that a crystal the size of a fingernail was able to light up a large neon sign.
That's right.
Then the electricity stored in that crystal cluster must be unimaginable. Why would they want to gather so much power in one place?
What could they be trying to do? What can you do with that much electricity? The real question to ask would be, what couldn't you do with that much electricity?
Come on, guys! Turn those frowns upside down! Give me a few minutes and I'll be right back into it!
Art thou holding fast, great hero? And torment free shall attain life to grace us.
It's here. This is where we all got separated. Since the crystal keeps expanding, I can't make heads or tails of this place anymore. I have no idea where the original path even was.
Wait. Stop. 2 o'clock.
What is that?
Commander, what are your orders?
Screw the assessment! I can tell you right now that it's dangerous.
She doesn't appear to be armed.
Only her face is exposed. Unless she can shoot beams out of her mouth, we should be okay. I'm not picking up any thermal reactions.
So that's who's behind all this? Let me at her. Once I put my drill to her face, she'll sing like a canary and tell us where hammering is.
That's a bit barbaric, don't you think?
If she so much as moves a finger, I'm going to open fire.
No need. Stay back. Humans are deceitful. I don't trust you. Get lost. If you touch them, I'll kill you. Humans always betray. Can't trust you.
What in the world are you doing? We don't know the first thing about this woman. Helping her is foolish.
You said yourself that she kept giving chase and attacking you. It sounds to me like she's our enemy. If you want to play the hero, perhaps you should stay off the battlefield.
Commander, I don't think this is a wise decision.
What are you talking about? If shooting at us isn't hostile, then I guess we're buddy-buddy with raptures as well.
Roger.
A typical commander reaction to this sort of situation.
Yeah.
Damn.
You're an odd duck, Mr. Commander. I'll say that much.
Yes, this is all most amusing.
Prolonged contact with the crystals is dangerous. I recommend that you break them apart.
If you start feeling strange, cut off the power to your arms. This will deprive the crystals of their food source and should cause them to fall off. If you have any questions, let me know and I can show you how to do it. Neon, let's live this together.
Sure thing.
This one here is a bit tricky. I'll carve it out with my drill.
Remove the middle part first, and then the bottom bit.
You don't think that'll cause it to collapse?
It's okay. I'll keep a close eye on it.
Humans are deceitful. But you saved me. Kindness, enmity, I will definitely repay. They went that way. That's all I know.
All of them went that way?
The hammer came back, fought with me, deflected her bullets. The ceiling collapsed. She said she would come to rescue, but she hasn't.
How did you come to that conclusion?
That moron ran off in order to rescue the unknown. And she hasn't come back yet.
Why would she promise to rescue the unknown?
At the very least, she didn't intend on killing her. If anything, perhaps it was just to buy herself some time.
That's right. That's what she said. You all are easy to talk to.
It'd be a lot easier if you spoke normally.
That guy is as kind-hearted as a fool. Where did hammering go?
Same. That way.
Okay, thank you. Let's hurry.
Wait! I should be in front.
Thank you. How long has it been?
Is this not the path?
The bubbles will show us the way!
Should I begin?
Wouldn't it have been better to ask her more questions? It did feel like she let her guard down.
It seems like she'll be staying here for a while, so there will be another opportunity.
She must be incredibly strong to lug those 2 boxes around all the time. What do you think is inside them?
Firearms. I'm positive I heard her say 7 dwarves.
Isn't that Snow White's weapon? Did she steal it? Or did Snow White steal it from her? Oh my gosh! Could that woman be Snow White? Don't be absurd.
Yeah, you're right. Sorry.
Something's bothering me, though. Something that's got my heart pounding faster than usual.
You could have angina. You should probably visit a repair center.
Noted.
At any rate, I took a closer look at the coffin this time around. It appears to be some kind of... What? Are you sure? Huh? Holy cow! How do you do it? What's your secret? To being able to distinguish electronic devices so clearly. Are you kidding me? Why are you only telling us this now? Miss Troni, we've got a new addition to the squad.
Sounds like it.
What's your favorite type of electronic device? Which manufacturers do you like? Do you place more value on efficiency or overall performance? Would you be interested in going to the Early Adopter Festival together with me? That's okay. I'm more than happy to teach you.
Anyways, getting back to our original point. If that coffin is indeed an incubator or a cryogenic storage device, what do you think it might be housing?
I know not if I shall prove of any aid. Haste maketh folly of the past.
Ammo check. All good. Give me just a second.
Let me clear my throat. Tell me the story of victory.
From torment freed I shall attain enlightenment.
I should start preparing for the next class.
The place we're heading to seems to be where Alec mentioned all the lights converge.
Alec, Troni, can you give us a risk assessment?
Hard to say.
Only one way to find out for sure, and that's to go there. I hope there's something amazing there. Of course, nothing would beat finding Miss Liverin and Miss Hammering there.
They have to be there. This place is more perilous than any other we've been yet.
Has Hammering always been like this?
What do you mean?
Someone who inspires people to care about her this much.
Yes. She always has. She's a profoundly kind person.
The fact that she said she would come back to save the unknown is certainly a testament to that. She must have had a rough go of it. I'm sure she's been through hell and been put in all sorts of unfair situations.
Yes, she has. There are many cold-hearted SOBs out there who take advantage of her kindness. They underestimate her and don't think much of her.
That's why you enjoy being by her side, isn't it?
What do you mean?
You're a bit rough around the edges.
I didn't choose to be this way. We had to survive somehow. If I just kept laughing it off whenever others took advantage of her, we never would have made it. That's why I am the way I am.
Sounds like you've been through a lot.
It wasn't that tough. Usually, the type of people who approach caring people with the aim of exploiting them aren't too bright themselves. They also tend to be sloppy and weak. That's why they feel they have to take advantage of those with a big heart. They're unable to appeal to those who are more cynical. And so they prey on people they think are gullible. If you take a step back, these people really aren't all that difficult to deal with.
Hammering said you couldn't come here because you had to work. What kind of work could you possibly have been doing that took precedence over a search mission?
I was mining for high-value gems. Even though their purpose is purely decorative, they're quite hard to come by, and so they fetch a high price.
If you wanted to, couldn't you secure a whole bunch of them at once?
I don't follow.
I mean the old five-finger discount.
I would never deign myself to steal. Any money I earn is done so honestly. Only then I can live my life with my head held high.
Why?
Why what?
Why is living your life with pride so important? Isn't it important just to stay alive no matter what? Heck, most people live that way. It's not so hard to ignore what your heart tells you.
Every other person in the world could be living like that, and it still wouldn't make it right. Besides, if that were a possibility, I would have done it long ago. But no. The voice that resonates in your heart, let's call it your conscience for now. It cannot be ignored. It never stops pestering you. Hammering and I both know that listening to our conscience doesn't serve any practical purpose. However, we still do it. If we turned our backs on our conscience, it would come at the detriment of others. I would rather hurt myself than someone else.
I see no value in living that way.
Oh, but there is. You feel good. You can stand tall and face anyone you meet with your head held high. It fills you with confidence in everything you do. That is why I choose to live like this.
Impressive! Very impressive. I may not be able to live like that, but I wish you the best of luck.
Then, what if there was a situation where your life was in peril, and the only way out was to ignore your conscience? Would you do it?
I don't know.
Huh?
I believe that life isn't a straight line, but a curve with peaks and valleys. I've never been in a situation like the one you described. So, I can't give an honest answer.
So, you haven't really experienced a lot of setbacks in life.
Well, compared to someone who's really been through hell and lived to tell the tale, I guess not.
We'll be arriving soon. Let's pick up the pace.
On my way.
'Tis a meeting with the foe.
What is this?
I've never seen anything like it either.
It's almost like a ball of electricity.
Is it okay for us to stand here?
The floor seems sturdy enough. For now.
Amazing! It feels like we're standing in light.
My supervision isn't working at all. It all shows up as white. It seems like all the electricity absorbed by the crystal clusters is gathered here. And there are also more power lines over there.
Looks like they're acting as a conduit, carrying this electricity somewhere else. That would make me think there'd be some loss in energy. And yet, this place is practically resonating with power.
Also, this floor is made of glass, which is an insulator. There wouldn't be any reason for the surrounding crystals to come here.
Come to think of it, all those power lines were covered in glass as well.
I don't see any sign of hammering or livering.
Yes, we're far too exposed out here in the open. We're practically sitting ducks.
Even if we don't know exactly what this place is, we can tell it's important. There must be a gatekeeper or some kind of guardian force around here. If I were watching over this place, I'd hide in the dark corner and surprise us when we arrived.
Why do you always do this, Neon?
It was just another coincidence, honestly.
If the floor breaks, we're in big trouble. We won't just fry, we'll be vaporized.
It's about to make a precision strike.
Oh no, you don't!
What was that? You do have a rocket booster! Giga! Giga Drilly!
Don't just stand there! Let's kill this thing!
Let's go.
The story will be rewritten into a tale that's happy and beautiful! Enemy down!
Let's move.
Just a second! That drill of yours is out of this world! Why did you lie to me about what it can do?
Because of this.
Because of what?
Let's hurry. We don't have time.
Commander? Are you really going to delete that picture Liverin took? But why? Actually, I think I know why Liverin took that photo. Or at least a hunch. If we don't have that photo, or more precisely, if there was no photo to begin with, she feels that something terrible is going to happen. Commander, would you say that you hold sway in the Ark? I know it's shameless to ask you for a favor, after only just meeting you. But could you let me handle Liverin? I'm sorry. Forget I said anything.
Commander? Yes, that is possible, so long as the material is not confidential in nature. Correct. I understand. Very well. I'm only saying this out of concern, but when a Nikke acts so skittish, there is a high possibility that the other party involved is military personnel. In other words, the type of person who would see you digging into their records as a personal affront. With that in mind, do you still wish to proceed? I understand.